Now, to know more about how crowdfunding can shape millennial entrepreneurship, we are now joined by Bizhare CEO and Founder Heinrich Vincent. Hello, Vincent. Thank you so much for coming to the studio. And probably some of our viewers who might not be familiar with crowdfunding, how does crowdfunding encourage millennials to take a leap into entrepreneurship?
Thank you, Hans. Actually, when people starting business, they need a lot of capital to start business or maybe to growing the business, right? When using crowdfunding, we can collaborate with each other to invest in SMEs or franchise business together, such as Bizhare as a platform. So we legally monitor the performance of the business and also the funding process end to end and licensed by the OJK. So would be easier for people to start their business or grow their business.
Well, this whole thing about crowdfunding, how long has it been going in Indonesia so far?
Yeah, actually the ecosystem was started in 2018 so far. There was no regulation back then for security crowdfunding. Me, myself, and with the other are developing the regulations with the OJK.
Yeah.
So right now, the total in industry will be already around 1 trillion plus rupiah. So everybody right now can become the owner of the business and can invest in a certain amount of capital with a lower capital to invest as well.
And how has it changed the landscape of entrepreneurship in Indonesia, especially in the millennials age group?
Yeah, so usually when we're talking about the age group, right? Millennials right now have the access of technology, digital ecosystem, and others. Usually the traditional one are using like banks or venture capital to expand their business. Right now, they only need like a proper business, good brand, and also we can do the due diligence process to help them fundraise through the public investors. So we can also create a community kind of engagement with the investors and boosting the traction and also the sales growth as well.
Now, this was interesting because you were mentioning about community as well. So what insights can entrepreneurs gain from the crowdfunding community that can shape let's say product development or future business decision?
Yes. So usually when we're using like traditional like banks and all, it's only about the funding, right?
Yes.
When we're talking about the funding, we can collaborate with the community themselves to make sure that the brand would become more well known, and also we encourage the investor not only just become an investor but also the customer of the brand to increase the revenue, and we are creating like a loyalty program for the investors to keep become the customers of the business itself.
No, because this is probably, I might say, relatively new trend in Indonesia, let alone in the millennials age group. What strategies can millennial entrepreneurs employ when it comes to maximize their chances of success in crowdfunding?
Yeah, usually you need to prepare the proposal for the investors. We will check the financial statement, legal and all. If you have a very concrete business, then the brand also matters. Whether your brand is also well known to the public, then people will trust you and having a higher confidence level for investing in your business, right? Then become only the consistency of the marketing and also the branding to make sure that people will trust you and also invest in your business as well.
So the order would be you establishing the business first, and then you go for a while, and then you go for crowdfunding.
Yes, because the crowdfunding itself will be much easier if people already know your brand and have a solid business, basically. Yeah.
But what I want to know is what are the potential risks and rewards associated with crowdfunding for both millennial entrepreneurs and investors? Yeah,
for the business owners, right? Whenever you like to fundraise, people usually look at your brand, at your business, right? Whether your business is good or not. So would be a transparency there. There will be a proposal that people can see your business transparently. So the one case, if you're confident with your business, then there's no issue. But if something happen or maybe like the people is not really well known about your business, then your crowdfunding will be failed, right? And for the investors, usually people are looking for business to invest. They started to invest through platform like a Bizhare. They gain return, or like a passive income kind of model using the dividend-based investing. or maybe they can sell in the secondary market and gain capital gain. But the downside will be if the business is not performing well, or maybe the business are issuing bond and is actually not repaid, so that will be the risk for the investors.
Is there any sector limited for crowdfunding, or is it open for any kind of sector of industry or business?
Yeah, so actually there's no regulation about the typical industry, but when we're talking about the platform, they actually, like Bizhare, we have certain interest for the industry as well. In Bizhare, we do have like 60% F&B, 20% retail, and the other are creative industry like hospitality, and also the newest one is bonds and government projects or corporate projects that you can invest as well.
All right, so now when it comes to that, 60% of F&B in Bizhare, but what are the industries or sectors have shown the most promising in terms of crowdfunding success?
Yeah, so the people are mostly looking for like a very good franchise brand like Alfamart, Alfamidi, and all that. That actually already sustainable and having a very good return as well. F&B, when we talk about the Sour Sally and Holy Cow, for example, they have a very good brand, also a very good return as well. Then people are repeatedly invest through Bizhare. Yeah.
Okay, so from 2018 to 2024, and also we are looking into the future of it.
Yeah.
How do you see the crowdfunding landscape evolving in the next 5 to 10 years for millennial entrepreneurs?
Yeah, so actually this is a very good opportunity for everyone to become business owners or become the investor themselves, right? So right now people can see whether the business is doing well and start investing. But in the future, I think the investor is actually not only just the retail investors. We're talking about like institutional kind of investors, like a securities company or asset management company that can collaborate to invest in your business as a millennials, right? So a big fund will be in place, and also the technology will be enhanced as well using the artificial intelligence to make sure that the due diligence is faster and more accurate. Then the risk of the investment will be much lower, and everybody can gain the positive return from their investment.
So basically, in the entrepreneurial landscape, the pipeline of funding could be from anywhere.
Yes.
Yes, so exactly. This is quite promising for entrepreneurs, not only millennials, probably the later generation.
Yes, yes. And even not only in Indonesia, we can do with international kind of investment. So everybody all across the globe can invest in Indonesian SMEs to make sure that we get the economic growth of that.
Glad to hear that. Vincent, thank you so much for being here in our studio. And this is such an insightful conversation.
Yeah.
So that was our conversation on crowdfunding for millennial for today's Business Talk. You can stay connected with us on Instagram, X, and YouTube. Our handles are @CTodayNews. We are also available online at ctodaysnews.com.